because we only retain like 12% on what we hear. Yeah. So wherever I go globally, I always have an offline little note block and a pen or a pencil with me. And I don't really electronics. So take pen and paper, and it's also all about applied knowledge. Yeah. If you don't apply the knowledge, you're still the same as somebody that didn't hear this training. Yeah. So it all makes sense. Yeah? Take pen and paper and apply the knowledge. The next step is you teach the knowledge. While teaching, you're still teaching yourself also. Yeah. So we are not recruiters, but we are interviewers. Yeah. We are teachers. Teach the teacher. That's what we do. We duplicate knowledge, we duplicate attitude, we duplicate experience. Yeah. And the first step to success is get angry at poverty. Yeah. Get angry at poverty. Like Gandhi said, poverty is an evil man-made instrument. Yeah, it's an evil man-made instrument. That's what Mr. Gandhi said. And there's enough money in the world, but it's not always in the right hands. Yeah, but if you take the top 10 rich people in your city or in your country, and you take the money away of them, mostly within a year or within a year or two, money will flow to the same hands. Why? Applied knowledge. Yeah. And it's all about applied knowledge. It's not about ego. It's not about being better than somebody else. It's just apply the knowledge. Now, I'm going to share you some slides, and these are not for the faint-hearted. Yeah. It means there's no place for ego in this industry. Ego means edging God out. Yeah. So it's still our dear Lord, the blessings that goes before us. Yeah. And we need to be humble and servant leaders. Yeah. And the most important person in our team, in our company, is always the last sign up in the room. The last person who take the guts to be a small entrepreneur, to be a student of this industry. Yeah. And we have to applaud this. Yeah. It's very, very important. Yeah. Those are the grassroots in our business. Yeah. And you have to understand that everything you want in life, in monetary value, is on the name list of that person. And if you dig for gold on that name list, yeah, together, then you both get your goals done. Yeah. So people know people. Yeah. So let's go to our slides. Don't take it personally, but this training is for people who are, hopefully you can see my slide. Yeah. The first step to success, get angry at poverty. Second step of success is applied knowledge. Yeah. But you come to the point only when you're sick and tired of being sick and tired. If your current plan didn't give you a breakthrough or didn't get you out of debt, didn't give you wealth, or didn't brought you in a safer neighborhood and your kids to a better school, then you come to this boiling point. Yeah. And this is a great point to be. Everybody here has their own level of boiling point, but you have to slam with a fist on the table and say, today enough is enough. Yeah. This is not me. And the past does not equal the future. Yeah? You are not your past. Yeah? You are not your past. And forget whatever happened yesterday and the day before. This is not you. In a in a in a split seconds, you can take a decision to transform yourself in a better leader, a better entrepreneur for your team, for yourself, and be a stepping stone to other people. Yeah. So you have to make your own comeback story as of today. Yeah. I did this many, many years ago, and I was blessed to be in like 84 different countries. And you meet different cultures, and those cultures gives enrichments. Of course, you meet a lot of great people, and you get a lot of great food, but then you learn that we're all the same. And we're all the same. And we all have the same color of blood. And people have the same wishes. They wish safety and security for their family. Yeah. So are you that person to bring that safety and security in your neighborhoods? What's your story? Yeah. As of today, I challenge you to make a new story in your life. Yeah. So the turning point boils down to one thing and one thing only. How bad do you want this? How bad you want to get out of debt? How bad you want to get more wealthy, or having a better home, or maybe a second home to rent out? Or how bad do you want to have a legacy for your family? Generational wealth. Yeah, that's the next chapter. Yeah. So the thing is, how bad do you want it? Why do I say this? When I used to sign up people, I always write down the name, the date, and I will ask their why. Yeah. And I will ask them, what's your main reason? Yeah. How bad do you want to have success? And this is instrumental. This is like something you need in their careers and in your careers long term. So I always had like this second journal about my level 1, 2, 3, and 4 leaders. And I would write down of the first 4 generations, yeah, their reasons, yeah, their discomfort, because we're all people. We all have good times, we all have bad times, life is happening to us, etc., etc. But when that leader in your team on level 2, level 3, level 4, maybe brought in through your leadership, um, when they fall down and they have a weak moment and they have a bad moment, you go back to that little notebook, and there you have the anchor in your business. Then you remind yourself why that leader joined your business. And then you pick up the mirror and let them look in the mirror and remind them, hey, John, you started 6 months ago because of so and so reason. John, let me ask you blunt. Are you really the first leader to give up on himself, on your family, on your friends, on your business? Are you really want to quit? John, remember where you came from 6 months ago. Yeah. That's the anchor in your business, my friends. Yeah. You don't have to sponsor thousands of people, but the people that are on level 1, 2, 3, and 4, write down, interview them when you meet them in the office or in a home party, or even after webinar or on a one-on-one. Get to know them. Yeah. And people don't care until they know how much you care. So write down of the leaders of your leaders, of your own leaders. Why did they start? What is their discomfort? What did they don't like about their life? Yeah. Because this is crucial. for yourself, for leadership retention. Because leaders create leaders and not followers. You should step up because you are a leader. You are maybe a starting leader, but you can become a leader. Leadership can be taught. Yeah. So get your little extra notebook, survey your team, and this is somehow the anchor in your business. This is how you call this, the cement in your business. Yeah. And this is how you retain your leaders, because people know people and not just product and businesses. And when you posture yourself as a caring leader, they will stick to you. They will stick to your team. They will stick to your company. It's all about applied knowledge. Hopefully you learn something from these golden nuggets. Yeah. So we call the shipping business. Yeah. We are in friendshipping, partnershipping, fellowshipping, leadershiping. We're in the leadership business. Yeah. So when you work through level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4 in your business, yeah, you work with them on their warm lists, and you look for what we call emotional credit. Yeah. People follow people, not just product and services. You are more important to people than you think. Yeah. Let me repeat this. You are more important to people than you think. And if you step in leadership, all of a sudden, people will think, hey, Mary won the lottery? Why is she so happy? Why is she so self-confident? People are looking for people with a lot of confidence. So for things to change, you got to change. Let me repeat this. For things to change, you got to change. So you're not here a cold market recruiter. We're not here in telemarketing, selling just over the phone. We are here being a people's magnet. And if you become a people magnet, you become more adhesive. And the more adhesive you are, the more leaders will stick with you. The more cohesive you become to the marketplace. Because people see, hey, Mary is different, but hey, those few people are also really different. Yeah, because the world is cold and dark out there. Yeah, it's not your government going to save you, not your boss going to save you, but you have to make your difference. Yeah, don't vote for the White House, make your own White House. Yeah, so we don't convince, we inform. We don't recruit, we educate. It's a big difference. Amateurs convince, professionals sort. How do we sort? Through the shipping business. Yeah. And there's a lot of misconceptions in this industry, but you can become that people's magnet. Yeah. And if you do that with your level 1, 2, 3, and 4, you can build tens of thousands of people. Yeah. So as of today, you go back to your first 2 leaders that are with you in your system, in your team. Go back. Everybody here, I will give you some homework. Go back to 2 leaders and build with him or them or her this shipping business attitude, this magnet attitude. Yeah. Then they have the assignment to do their 2 leaders. You see, you build now a team on leadership. You build on solid ground, not on sand. Yeah. So you go back to your team and help them to qualify for the cruise. Yeah. We did this early 2019 when I was working in another company, early 2019. In October 2019, out of a handful of people, just a handful of people, we brought 250 plus leaders out of 40 countries to a cruise from Barcelona to Italy, to France, to Malta. And out of those 250 people, we built 24 million people. But it started sitting down with just, again, two leaders, getting them in this friendshipping flow, this reprogrammed leadership attitude. And with those two, look, you can do this in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. But you can also do it in 6 weeks. It doesn't matter. So if you create two great leaders out of two existing persons in your team, and they will do the same, and they will do the same, you get a rock solid group, and you bring more people to our next upcoming cruise than you think. And everybody on the cruise will have experience a life-changing experience, and so much exchange of experience with other people. Yeah. And there you lay the ground for your first $1 million. Yeah. In the last deal in 2019, 2020, we could create over 550 million euro earners. It's €1 million a year. Yeah. And some came from Mindanao. Yeah. We had one guy making 250 million peso. Top recruiter, top earner, top leadership, not by convincing, but through leadership. Yeah. So when you talk about the products, yeah, don't go on a dot comma. Don't be a doctor. Don't try to be a surgeon. Don't try to be how you call this, a psychologist. Yeah. We always speak about end results. We always speak about the benefits of the products, not about the labels. Yeah. If you speak about Dokudami, the first thing I say, hey, you should do detox. An average person has 2 kilo waste in their intestines and carry it on for years and years and years. Yeah. The worst example was John Wayne. He was a cowboy actor from Hollywood. He passed away of intestine cancer. And when they did an autopsy, the guy, no kidding, you can Google this, the guy had over 10 kilo undigested meat, old meat in his intestines. So their doctors in that time, they just failed to tell the guy, detox, fast, intermittent fasting, clean out your gut. Maybe the guy would have lived maybe months or years longer. Yeah. So when I talk about Dokudami, one of the basic things is when you clean out your second brain, your first brain will also function better. Your business will function better. And then you got all these other benefits that Coach Dan has on slides. But we talk about the results, the end results, not about the labels. Don't major on the minors. Yeah. Don't major on the nitty. Yeah. Use the product, show the product, create your own testimonial, and duplicate testimonials through your team, through your leadership. Lead testimonials. Yeah. Harvest that. Now, what I say, for things to change, you gotta change. We cannot resolve financial problems by the same level of thinking as when they occurred. Let me repeat this. We cannot resolve financial problems, health problems, yeah, in the same way of thinking as when they occurred. Yeah. Why do I say this? We have to adopt new things. We have to change our habits. Whatever you do in 21 days can be a good or a bad habit. As of today, yeah, take the habit to be a better leader, be very serious on your own testimonials, and in the same little notebook where you write down the whys of your leaders. In the second part of the notebook, write down the testimonials. For things to change, you got to change. Yeah. So, the definition of insanity is very simple. Yeah. Doing the same thing and expecting different results. That's the definition of insanity. Cut with this as of today. Yeah. So the thing is, you have the magic within you to transform. Yeah, as of today, by yourself. But it's nice when you do it together with your first two leaders, the three of you. Yeah, you take like a decision, the three of you, as of today, call your first two leaders, yeah, in your group and make that transition together. Because human beings can make out of nothing something, from pennies, fortunes. Yeah. So this is very, very important. Yeah. So keep it simple, be yourself, light up your own candle, and with the same candle with your leaders, you can light up thousands of candles, because a lot of people are living clueless. People are not lazy, people are lacking of direction. And with your light, you can give them a better direction. Step up. It's your moral obligation. Don't let people drown. Don't let people swim. Yeah. So be the light in the dark. Yeah. Now, people have opinions out there, but you have to be aware that they became, without education or without personal development, to your team. Yeah. And they will just vent objections out of that cradle. Yeah. So be an entrepreneur, apply the knowledge, yeah, and show people also the bigger packages, because it's the same time and effort to make a better business decision. And where do you get bigger packages? It's very simple, ladies and gentlemen. It's your preparation. The more testimonials you have, the more you became a leader, the more people believe in you and in the business. The bigger the packages they will buy, the bigger the packages you will duplicate. You understand? It all collaborates. It's very sophisticated. It's like a chain of more positive reactions. So the more leadership attitude you give to your team and your first two leaders, and their two leaders, and their two leaders, and their two leaders, 4 levels that you're working around, the bigger the packages are in your team. And it means more volume, more testimonials, more speed, and more income. We call this the speed of trust. Yeah. And when people say, hey, I don't have money, the first thing I will say, if you would have the money, would you jump into the business? Okay, let's go find the money. Yeah. People still smoke and drink and play the lottery. So if they cut back on some bad habits, they will find the money to start in this business. And the biggest reward is not your paycheck. The biggest reward is not your own transformation. The biggest reward that you leave a legacy and teach others. Yeah? That's the biggest reward. So start small, start simple. Don't jump to conclusions. Yeah? Don't judge the day by the small results you have today. Think in steps of 3 months, 90 days. Yeah. When I was very active, I always made a 90-day plan for my leaders. And I always had my team incentives separate from the company incentives. Small gestures, what I paid from my own little check. And then we did this with leaders with the first two leaders, the second two leaders, the third two leaders, and the fourth two leaders. Every week we put a little money in a pot, and the pot will grow. And we did a monthly team incentives separate from the company. This is a huge leadership tip. Yeah, I brought airplanes full of people from Europe to conventions in the US because we had a monthly layaway program. And as a team leader, not even as a owner or as a shareholder, as a team leader, I was on stage in Las Vegas or in Hollywood or in New York or in Miami. And when I was on stage and I will ask my team, can you stand up? Conventions, it was maybe like 5 or 6 people, but it didn't take 2 or 3 years and it was hundreds of people. Yeah. So think about sowing and reaping, sowing and reaping. Think like a farmer. Yeah. But never stop sowing. And then the harvest will grow over time, ladies and gentlemen. You can fill up stadiums and stadiums just with your own team. Yeah. Now, think about this. Yeah. Think about this. When people quit the business, they quit the first thing, the most important thing is that their personal development. They go back maybe to a 9 to 5 job, they stop developing, and they cut the generational hope. Yeah. But you want to be somebody that never gives up. You want to belong to the 3%. I'm a mountain called Cotopaxi in Ecuador, 5.5 kilometer high. I almost got to the top, but I failed. Yeah, we got this highness sickness because the higher you get, the less oxygen in the air. And so they had to bring us down again, but at least we tried. But I was not alone. I tried it with a small group. Yeah, and we still celebrate those pictures. We almost got there, but millions of people will never try. You understand? It's symbolic. Yeah. So with your leadership team, also make some weekly or monthly physical goals. Do some hiking, do some cooking, do some barbecuing. But this is the cement in your business. Yeah, build relationship also after business. You understand? Yeah. So yes, you have to be like a tiger or a cheetah. Yeah. Your goals, your generational goals, is very, very important. Yeah. Repeat them every day. When you wake up, go to your notebook, check your goals. Before you go sleep, look in the mirror. What did I do today to hunt my goals? Yeah. Have an attitude, just like in the military. Hunt your goals because you owe it yourself and you owe it your generations. This is leadership attitude, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. And then when you are consistent with your leaders in this attitude, then you create momentum. Yeah, because you become so attractive that other leaders in other companies will join you, your business, your products, because you changed. You changed for the better. You gave the testimonials in a different way. Your attitude is your altitude. Write it down. Your attitude is your altitude. An attitude pays a 6-figure income. But if you do it together, 21 days, it becomes a habit. Yeah. And like I said, habits can make you and break you, but then you become consistent and then you create momentum. And then all of a sudden, your group, your leaders are growing, growing, growing. And all of a sudden you make a 5-figure income, 6-figure income, and maybe even more. Yeah. And maybe you can retire in 2 or 3 or 4 years. Yeah. We retired 3 times from this industry with the same knowledge I was telling you about today. Yeah. I came out of my retirement for this company because I saw my friends hurting in lockdown. Yeah. They were hurting, but they were lacking also of knowledge, applied knowledge. They were lacking of a vehicle. But the same principles we used 25 years ago are still here. The only thing in the market, there's more noise in the market. Social media, there's more distraction. Yeah. But the core values are always the same, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. So there are universal principles. Yeah. Universal principles. Yeah. And maybe you heard from this, when people start to complain about everything, and that's the habit, what do they harvest more? They harvest more of the problem they're complaining about. Yeah. So complaining is not a strategy. Stop complaining about whatever is itchy. Yeah. Stop complaining, because it always backfires on us. It's like a stone throwing in the water, giving all these ripples back to us. Yeah. So stop complaining. Complaining is not a strategy. Yeah. There's something called the law of attraction. Yeah. And God is watching us. Yeah. And stop complaining as of today. And that's maybe very hard to do because it maybe became a habit. Yeah. So that's why you work always 2 by 2 with your leaders, and you help each other to stop complaining. Yeah. Because mostly your two best leaders are maybe two best friends, and maybe they repeat the same complaints to you also. So you have to help them also to break that habit. You understand? It works both ways. Yeah. So hopefully, Coach Dan, sorry for preaching, sorry for taking so much time, but please apply it from the bottom of my heart. Yeah. I spent over $300,000 on personal development. I went to 12 different uh, um, coaches over the course of 30 years, and mostly in the US. And sometimes we spend $10,000, $15,000 on a weekend seminar. So I got my knowledge also from people with proven track records, and I applied it. Yeah. I made my first $1 million in 1997, and when I was 27. Now you know why I have a few gray hair already. But it was all about applied knowledge, ladies and gentlemen. It not was about my ego. I had to get the knowledge somewhere. And it's better to learn from somebody's failure, somebody's success, and apply it. So it's not about me, it's about we. It's about us. Yeah. So thank you. When you learn something new, I will ask you humble, type yes in the chat window. A little bit feedback, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you like these kind of trainings. Next week we have a different training. Coach Dan also gives in between trainings. If you have a request for a certain subject, we are open. So if you have a certain wish for you and your team and your leaders, some subject we should touch or Coach Dan should touch, please tell us. Yeah. So thank you. Back to you, Coach Dan. Love you all, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being my friend, and be the leader you wish to be. Thank you.
All
God
right.
bless.
So thank you so much, Renz, for such a wonderful training. Do you like it so far? Can I see the thumbs up? Okay, good. It's different to hear from a coach or from a trainer, from a person who also experienced. He did not just learn from it, but he also applied into this industry. So it's always different. Okay. And with that, Renz, thank you so much for such wonderful training. So again, Renz emphasizes the first step to success is to get rid of the poverty. Then the second one is applied knowledge. even if you are trained now and then you will not apply it, you will not go to the field, you will not invite people, you will not do the business still, you will not use it because they said knowing is one thing, but experiencing is another thing. So it's like somebody told you the ice cream is so delicious, and then you're not even eating an ice cream, so you cannot relate to relate to the people who ate the ice cream. So you need to also do it. Okay, and so thank you so much for this wonderful training. And before we end, can we have the everyone to turn on their camera and then let's take a very good photo. And by next week, we will have maybe once we have the go signal from our CEO and our Vice President for Operations, we will be having a special announcement for the Asian Cruise qualifiers. And we will inform also the date that we are traveling. So, are you guys excited? In Green Choice, you just need to deliver the results and we will also reward your efforts. As you can see, the compensation plan we had, every promotion you get incentive, you get incentive, you get incentive. This is really different from other company who just give you a sash and plaque. Okay, so turn on your camera. So we are 2 pages because we are 46 on the Zoom. All right, so let me take a very good photo. You can do the heart, this one or the heart one, because it will remind us that we in Green Choice we do this business by heart. It's not just only earning money, but it's also about helping other people. Okay? So turn on your camera. Okay, page one, ready? 1, 2, 3. Good. To those who turned on their camera, they will be the first millionaires of Eco and GreenChoyce and can travel the world. Okay, I'll give chance to those people who did not turn on their camera yet. Okay. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Smile. Okay, everybody almost turned on their camera. All right, there you go. So I will post this training in my timeline. You can catch your photos there, and then you can also share the post that we have. So Sis Yangon, thank you so much for coming over. I saw you. I know you're very busy. All right, so Renz, thank you so much, everyone, and to God be all the glory.
One,
Happy
one,
weekend.
one,
Oh yes, Renz.
one thing more, Coach there. Sorry. I almost forgot. We have on Telegram, that's the competition, or
Yep,
WhatsApp.
yep.
Maybe you know WhatsApp, but we have Telegram. Download Telegram and add yourself and your team leaders on the information channel of the company, where Coach Dan regularly will post recordings, because we found out that emails are bouncing. Not everybody gets also the promotion of this webinar, but download Telegram, yeah, and then join the Green Choice Telegram channel so we can reach more people, yeah. So you don't miss out on testimonials from other countries or trainings from Coach Dan or from the company or the training from today. And so join the fresh new Telegram channel. Yeah. Back to you, Coach Dan. Sorry.
All right, it's okay, Renz. Yeah, yeah, correct. Join our Telegram. I will flash the QR code on screen. As you can see, you can take snapshot and then you can click on it and then so this is the QR code. So you can take a snapshot of this QR code so that you guys can join the Telegram account of the company. So that's the real-time application. And also, you may also download, you may also subscribe our YouTube channel. Okay, hold on. Please also subscribe our YouTube channel. Wait. Yeah, this one. Our YouTube channel is Eco and GreenChoyce. So you may subscribe this YouTube channel we have so that you guys can also grab the training. And this one, I uploaded here some of the trainings we have, the back office and the events we have, the tour we have. So if you will check on this channel, so just click youtube.com/ at Eco and GreenChoyce, and then I will upload all the I uploaded already all the trips and the back office training and other important training we have, like the intensive training I did last Thursday. So I uploaded it also here so that you guys, if they miss the training, they can grab they can search it on YouTube, and then they will just go ahead and view the training, including the presentation. And all right, that's it. And yeah, so that you guys will be updated. And also, I will be recording once I've set up. I received already this one, the recording one. Okay, so I'm just waiting for the microphone so that we can have a very good sound of the presentation video that we are going to make. And I will make a presentation like 5 to 6 minutes for Papua New Guinea, South Africa, and for international like US dollars, so that you can just forward it into WhatsApp. And it's very easy for you to recruit people from another country as well. Okay, and as soon as we have all the trainings, all the updates, so expect we will give you a heads up, guys. Don't worry. Don't worry to the Asian Cruise qualifiers. I know you're already excited for it. Okay, and I will just don't want to preempt, but maybe next Saturday we can maybe announce, or let's just wait for our president for operations, because they're the ones booking the ticket. And yeah, that's it, guys. So more to hold on to Eco and GreenChoyce, including our upcoming products that will be available, that will be added to our existing products that we have. Okay, so I guess that's it. And thank you, Renz, for the wonderful training. God bless him, you all. Get a good night, happy weekend. We love you all, and take good care of your health, so that at the same time you can still enjoy the wealth you are making in Eco and GreenChoyce. We love you all. God bless and good night.